Helen's going to make a delicious chicken recipe for us from her newest book, Gluten-Free Mediterranean. Oh, this book has my attention. There are so many good recipes. This one in particular, I love, absolutely love.
This is my favourite pasta recipe in the book. It actually derives from Corfu. It's an Ionian island on the west side of Greece. It's a lush green island, and this is a really iconic pasta dish from that island.
Right.
You can get it all over Greece, but Corfu is where it originates.
All right, let's go to Corfu today.
So we'll start by seasoning the chicken with some salt and pepper. Right. So we're using 4 Marylands today, but you could even make this with 6 chicken drumsticks, Jazzy, or you can make it with skinless chicken thigh fillets if you like. It's a really versatile recipe.
No, I like this. It's the chicken thigh and the chicken drumstick together, which means it's going to stay super tender because the bone is still attached to it.
That's right. And I'm adding a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to our pan. We want to get that nice and hot. So what we want to do as a first step is sear that chicken. We want to get some nice colour on it. So I'll just turn it over on the seasoned side and then I can season the rest once it's in the pan.
You need a really big sauté pan like this one to cook quite a lot of chicken. It is going to feed 8 people.
Yeah, definitely. And while I'm doing this, I might get you to start chopping the garlic and onion.
Can do. So 1 large onion. I love this recipe because a lot of people wouldn't associate Greek food with pasta, and the Greeks, they love their pasta and they cook it very differently to the Italians.
Yeah, probably not as al dente, but this recipe, the Phoenicians actually occupied Corfu, so it has strong Italian influence. And I remember when I was a kid and I would come home from school, my mum would be cooking this and I could smell it from the front door. It's very aromatic. It's one of those recipes that's going to make your whole house smell.
Greek comfort food?
Absolutely.
Nice.
So we want to brown off that chicken nicely, Jazzy, because it gives flavour to our sauce. We're going to remove it from the pan and we'll throw in the onion once you finish chopping it.
Okay.
Okay, so Justine, our onions have sweated off really nicely. They're nice and caramelised. I might get you to pick those thyme leaves while I add the rest of the ingredients.
Sure can.
So we're going in with our tomato paste. You want to cook that off so you don't have that, raw tomato flavour.
Yep, absolutely.
And then this is where we add our beautiful aromats. So we've got allspice, so 6 berries in here.
Right, so you leave them whole. That's
Leave
a good
them
idea.
whole, yeah. We add some clove. Some cinnamon. So, these spices that I'm adding so far are quite sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, they're quite sweet aromatic spices. And then we're going to add our dried oregano.
Okay.
And our bay leaves.
Smells great already, and I just love the addition of thyme, particularly when you're doing thyme and chicken and all these hard herbs like the bay leaves. Very nice. Yeah. And then in it goes.
Now, what we want to do is deglaze our pan. We like to use a nice, robust red wine for this.
Okay. Maybe a little Greek one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that smells good.
It already smells great, and we haven't even simmered this for an hour.
Exactly.
So all we need to do now is add our crushed tomatoes and some water.
Okay, in with the tomato.
So there's a lot of, tomatoes in Mediterranean cooking. The Italians, the Greeks use them, the Spanish, really prevalent. And, it's great. It's just a pantry staple. You can throw it in the pan any time of the day. Some water.
Okay.
And what we're going to do now is return our chicken to the pan. But, Justine, when we return it, I also want to add the juices back in as well, because that's where all the flavour is.
Of course, so many juices here. And how long is this going to cook for?
So what we'll do is we'll simmer it covered for half an hour, and then we'll simmer it uncovered for half an hour to really thicken that sauce.
Sounds good.
Okay, so our chicken's ready and our pasta's ready. So what we're going to do is drag that pasta straight into the sauce. So we're using a gluten-free penne today, but you can use sort of any chunky pasta you have at home, any shape. You want a nice chunky pasta so that the sauce can really cling to it.
Absolutely.
So we're just going to give that a toss through. And Justine, what I might get you to do is chop up that parsley. Because what we're going to do is sprinkle some herbs on top and grate our cheese straight on top as well. Because, you want to serve this straight to the table. It's rustic, it's homely, it's generous. That's what Mediterranean cooking's all about.
Oh, so good. It looks great in that pan too.
It does.
Okay, parsley over the top.
Straight on top. We can even add a bit of cracked pepper as well here.
Yeah, why not?
And some Parmesan. You can use Mizitra, which is like a Greek cheese, or like a Reggiano here. Doesn't matter, just a nice sharp cheese.
And the Greeks, they have loads of different cheeses that you could change it up if you don't want Parmesan.
Absolutely. You could use like a mazzetta here, you can use a feta. Any sort of salty cheese works beautifully here. Have a taste and let me know what you think, Justine.
All right, I want to try this sauce. I love chicken stew, but this with the spices just works so well. And the gluten-free pasta, it's cooked to al dente. It's just right. You would never tell that that's a gluten-free dish. It's homely. That one, I can't wait to make on the weekend.
Glad you love it.